Hey everybody, this is Darnell Crittenden from DCN Network. Some Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe, leave a notification on so you won't miss DTV at its best. I'm not going to be up all night because in about the next 10, 15 minutes I got to go to bed. Uh, we're living in a strange world, man. I don't know what else to say. We're living in a strange world, man. I'm just going to make a long story short. Lately, a lot of famous people in Hollywood are just dying. And first, last week we lost the voice actor for the Batman animated series for over 30 years, Kevin Conroy. Uh, you're gonna always be the heart and soul of Batman. And now I'm finding out today. I didn't want to believe it at first. I honestly did not want to believe this at first, but it came to my attention. It's been on my mind all day. I was gonna wait till Tuesday to do this show, but I said, no, you know what? Let me go and get this off my chest right now. We have lost the original Power Ranger, the original Six Ranger, the very first Six Ranger, and not to mention my favorite Power Ranger of all time, the Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, aka Jason David Franks. What can I say about him? I loved everybody in the Power Ranger universe, but this guy here is no exception. But he was definitely one of my favorites, and it blew my mind. It really, honestly blew my mind. And again, I want to give this little remembrance eulogy to uh, to his family, his friends, his loved ones, his wife, his 4 children, uh, to the billions of fans around the world, including myself. Uh, you know, I think the last time I actually saw Jason David Franks, and this is a true story, I'll make this brief. This was like maybe 3 years ago before we had the pandemic. He was in Chicago for C2E2. Now, I got a chance to saw him from a far distance, but I never got a chance to get his autograph. But I did, shout out his name, his stage name on the episodes, like Tommy Oliver. Then he looked around and I said, Green Ranger. I said, Tommy Oliver. And he turned around, and when he found out it was me, he waved, gave me the thumbs up, and that was it. I could have, because when he was here in Chicago 3 years ago, when we had the C2E2, I mean, I could have stood in line, but at the same time, I was only at the C2E2 for a short time, and the line was like over 50 people, and I'm not about to stand in line for 3 hours. But the fact that I got his attention and he gave me a little wave and a little thumbs up behind it, I was happy with that. What can I say about Jason David Franks, from my opinion? I mean, I've been watching Power Rangers my whole life, pretty much around the same time as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and everything else. This guy's an outstanding athlete. From my perspective, this is what I think about. He's, first of all, he's definitely my favorite one out of the whole Power Ranger universe. He is definitely, truly a great favorite of mine. Okay, and to this day, I'm still lost for words. Number two, the guy is an 8-time black degree black belt. Okay, it's 8 times. Okay, he learned 7 different kinds of martial arts. Again, family man of 4. What else he does? He been in over 250 Power Rangers episodes. He did 3 live actions, which consist of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the live action movie. He did Power Rangers Turbo, and then he did the remake, I think maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, of Power Ranger, and he had a guest cameo appearance in at the end with him and his other fellow Power Ranger co-star, Amy Jo Johnson, aka Kimberly the Pink Ranger, uh, which that was cool. You know, keep in mind, Jason David Franks is also a professional athlete as far as in mixed martial arts is concerned. He also have a studio, I think, outside of Texas called Rising Sun Dojo. Okay, I've seen some of his videos on YouTube. Very impressive work as far as his arts in martial arts is concerned. What else he does, and he did other projects as well. And a few years back, he did a project for Batten Sons Productions that's based on the series Superpower Beatdown. He did 2 episodes, 2 little mini episodes. I like 2 little, spinoffs. The first one he did, it was the Green Ranger versus Ryu. I loved it. That. The second one he did, it was the White Ranger versus Scorpion. Loved that too. Both segments, even though the video was like a little quick little 4-minute video out of each, a total of 8, but all in all, just them 4 minutes, just seeing 2 of the greatest combatants in, whether if it's gaming or sci-fi, it doesn't matter, just to see them go at it. And I liked it. I liked the both little spin-offs. I think it's cool. Then you got to think, he was all of them. Look at the photo. He was the green, the black, the white, the red, both Zeo and Turbo. I mean, this brother does it all, man. And again, I was a little sad because I couldn't get his autograph back then, but just to get his attention just for a second, and he acknowledged, knowing the fact it was me, I was very happy with that. So again, the way I want to remember him, I want to remember him like this. That's why I pulled this. Went on, I ain't gonna lie, went on Google, try to find some good pictures on how I remember him, and this is how I want to remember him, through this picture right here, with just him being in his teens, and now you see him with the little goatee. He's 49 and all that. So, yes, Copycat 78, rest in peace. Yeah, man, I'm just finding this out tonight. Actually, I found this out this afternoon. and I didn't even know it at first. Who else I want to give a shout out to? Shout out again goes out to Copycat 789. I also want to give a very special shout out to my friend Alex the Lone Wolf Thorn, and he kind of posted it on Facebook. I didn't believe it at first. Right now, I still don't believe it. But when I found out my favorite Power Ranger, the Green Ranger, is dead, right now I don't. We don't know what the cause of it. We don't know how he died. We don't know. You know, from what I saw from him, he looked like, even when he was here in Chicago a while back, 3 or 4 years ago, he looked like in great, excellent shape to me. You know, I didn't see no sign of sickness or nothing. But as far as the cause of his death, I honestly really don't know. I found out through the grapevine today, and one of my friends told me. How old was he? Okay, he was 49 years old. He was 49 years old. He haven't even turned 50 yet. So he was 49. Again, family man of 4 kids, wife, you know, other than he loved martial arts, other than he loved his fans, he definitely was a family man. That I do know for a fact. He loved his kids, man. He definitely loved his kids. He definitely enjoyed doing what he does. And I think the last big major project he did, I don't know if the project was finished before he died. I know he was working on a project called uh, Legend of the White Dragon. I've seen little bits and behind the scenes of it. I don't know if that's done. I don't know if they're going to bring that out. I have to get back on further details on that. But yeah, he was, in all honesty, he was 49 years old. You know what I mean? Still a young guy. Still a young guy, you know, and it blew my mind. It really deliberately blew my mind. So again, from here, from all of us at DCN Networks and Power Plays, I want to give again my thoughts, my prayers, my heart, my answer, my respect to the Jason David Franks family. Okay, and I know this is gonna be tough for them, knowing for the fact uh, the holidays coming in, knowing it's gonna be tough for them. So again, my my condolences and respect goes to the family. Yes, prayers go out to his family. Yes, man. And then you got to think Thanksgiving's coming up in a few days, and that's gonna be hard for their family. That's why I'm giving out this remembering Jason Frank. I'm giving out my own little personal eulogy about this guy because, like I said, he's been around for years. Don't get me wrong. I love everybody in the Power Ranger universe. I don't discriminate nobody, but it's just keep in mind this is the sixth Ranger. This what made the franchise. In fact, he is the franchise. He made what Power Rangers was it is today. And now I haven't been keeping up with some of the latest Power Rangers now, but it's because of him. He you know he kept the franchise going. And now that he's gone, right now I'm still a little flabbergasted by it because again I don't know how he died. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I really don't know what's the cause of his death. Hopefully in the near future, if I hear anything through the grapevine, I will let everybody know. But for now, I just want to get this out personally because, again, and in real life, again, I saw him in real life. I didn't get a chance to get his autograph, but coolest guy in the world. 2022 keeps getting worse and worse. Yeah, man, because you got to keep in mind, we just lost the voice of Batman, and now I'm finding out today I lost my favorite Power Ranger. I'll say this, and I'm being straight from the heart. I mean, I'm sure his family and his friends and everybody loved him, but in the end, I've been saying this for years. God loved him more than me. God loved him more than his family for all of us. And when it's your time, it's your time, you know. And I tell anybody, man, hey, I don't want to go to no more funerals. I got one more funeral to go to, mine's. And right now, I ain't in no rush, but I will say that if it's my time, it's my time. One thing about life ain't guaranteed. Life is not guaranteed. Because if it was guaranteed, then we wouldn't have no use for death. That's the whole purpose of life. It's like the Lion King. It's like the circle of life. You live, you die. And I hate to be harsh about that, but that's the truth. I tell anybody, life is the greatest gift of all. It's the greatest magic of all. How you live to keep that presentation within yourself, it's up to you should you choose to accept it. It's not how you live your life, it's what you make the best of it. And this guy, what can I say? He did it all. He really, really did it all. So again, after the end of the show, please leave in your comments. Tell me what you think of Jason David Franks, how he inspired your life, not just as a Power Ranger, but as a person, as a human being, because there'll never be another one like him. So right now, I'm sure, I'm 1,000% sure he's up there in heaven right now and just smiling and still looking over his family, even in heaven. So again, to the Franks family, uh, prayers and respect and my deepest, humble condolences go to you and your family. So again, after the show, I want to keep in mind this too will be immediately on Facebook. And right now, DCN Network some Power Players, the Spotty 09 show, we at 80 subscribers. The quest still continues. I'm still looking for that 1,000 mark, but from now, it ain't about me. It's about that brother in my left hand corner just looking humble and smiling. And right now, again, I know he's up there in heaven doing the same thing, looking around, smiling, watching over the people that really love him. But at the same time, I know he up there looking over his family. So again, Jason, David Frank, thank you. We love you. May you rest in peace. But most important thing of all, as they say in the Power Rangers, may the power protect you. Well, I got a catchphrase of my own. May the power of the Lord watch and over and protect you. Well, I'm about to end my show because I got to go to bed. I got to get up in the morning and I got a mall to run and I got to protect my mall and make sure everything's safe and fight the forces of evil and all that other jazz. But again, it ain't about me. It's about that brother right there. So please leave in your comments and tell me what you think about Jason David Franks. Yeah, Copycat 78, you take care. I'm about to end this show right now. This is Donnell Crittenden from DCN Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe. Leave your notification on so you won't miss DTV at its best. On last but not least, hopefully I will do a little Thanksgiving segment show if I have time. But for tonight, I just want to get this off my chest. I'll talk to everybody later and later. And again, Mr. Franks, wherever you at in heaven, thank you. Peace out.